Hello everyone, Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat, back with another 30-day Christmas card making challenge. And today Martin's given us another sketch. So you can see the sketch up in the top right hand side. I think this is the closest I've kept to the actual sketches, and all of them, I think this is the one where it's most clear. You know, takes me all the way until this point in the month before I can actually follow a sketch properly. No, sketches are all about jumping off points, and they're very much to give you an idea of where you're going to plop your main elements, and then just go with the flow. That's how I treat them anyway. Whether that's how Martin meant me to treat them, I don't know, but that's what I've done. So I went back to Christmas Tags and More DSP speciality thing that has these little die cut pieces, and this time I just used die cut pieces. I did use a little bit of the pattern paper inside the card, but that was the only thing that I did. I decided instead to just use those die cut pieces to create the sort of the three elements across the page the sort of the snowflakes depict. And now I am going in and inking up a panel in the centre of that white cardstock. I had cut my white cardstock down so that it was perfect size panel to fit on that green card blank that I've already cut at some point. It's actually a slightly shorter than normal card blank. I don't know why I've got this, but you know, it doesn't matter, it works. And I'm using garden green ink to just ink up quite lightly. A bit patchy, to be honest. It is a bit patchy, but it works, it's fine. And then I'm sticking this clarity sort of, it's a stencil mask kind of thing, just to get some pattern of the snowflakes in the background. And I just thought that created that sort of panel that again is on the sketch, rather than me doing it as pattern paper, which is what I would probably normally do, or I would have reversed it and done pattern paper with a white panel in the corner, in the middle, sorry. Most of the pattern gets covered up, but you can just see it poking out as I'm then going to start attaching my elements. Now, I haven't attached that white panel to my green base yet, and there's a reason for that. It's because I'm going to go in with splatter, and I don't want the splatter on the green, just want it on this part as it sort of, once I've stuck these presents down, as it currently stands. That's the bit that I want the splatter on. I do decide that I'm going to start, I sort of forget at this point that I wasn't going to splatter over the bird, which I believe is a cardinal. We don't get those in the UK. They're not our Christmas birds. We have robins for Christmas birds. But yeah, I decided at this point, no, don't stick that down. Fortunately, I hovered until I've done my splatter. Now, for my splatter, I chose to use the Kingston Crafts Shimmer Spritz. And this one is called Lettuce. It was from their sort of like spring summery type ones. I actually can't remember what the name of the kit is. I don't think it says it on the box that I've got. But yeah, it was the first set of the shimmer spritzes that came out. It might have just been called Rainbow Spritz, I'm not sure. But this is the lettuce green. And I just used my paintbrush to flick it across the panel so that some went on the white, some went on the green, some went on the presents and the little bits that stuck down. Now, whilst I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm trying to be patient so I don't stick my finger in a whole load of shimmer, I'm just creating the panel for the inside of the card. So that's where I took one of the strips of the pattern paper that was already cut, and then another couple of the die cut elements, so a little bit of foliage and another present, so that I can link the front to the back. Front to the inside, not to the back, to the inside. And that's that done. Now I'm going to do my sentiment. And my sentiment is a waffle flower one, already stamped and die cut. You'll know I do this. I do batches of doing die cuts and stamping sentiments and die cutting them out, stacking them up so that they're ready to go, because there's nothing more tedious than doing the stamping of a sentiment, getting it wonky at the last minute when you're in the end bits of your card. So I always keep them to hand. Now, I've stuck everything down, but at this point I think, no, I actually want to add something else in. And at first I was thinking some green trim, like either a bit of baker's twine or something. But then I remembered I'd got this box of ribbony bits, most of which have come from, but not all, but most of which have come from the Hey Little Magpie embellishment kits. And I spotted that red gingham, and I thought it worked perfectly as a sort of tucked bit of ribbon behind that focal element. Dead simple card, took me about 22 minutes to make from beginning to end. I love it. I hope you like it too. Please do leave me a comment below. Was it nice to see me not use pattern paper for a sketch challenge? Because I think I've used them on most of them. Oh no, I did do one with inking, didn't I? But anyway, please do leave me a comment below if you enjoyed this and subscribe to see future videos. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bye.